Two things. One is that when Hope was successful and we won the tender for Marapini, there was I was employed then as a men's engagement worker, and that was pretty much to engage the men who've been referred to that service as perpetrators of family violence, domestic violence. And the idea was to engage the men, bring them to the point of accountability, and then transition them to the men's behaviour change program or other supports that they need. So we started engaging the men, but we found that the transition from then to the service they need we wasn't doing that. So we had all these men kind of just sitting in limbo. So we thought we need to keep them engaged because they're engaging in their service, and so we started thinking, okay, what can we do that we can do where we are in Kalgoorlie? So we thought we'll take them country, take them out of town for the day, and then we started doing that. So we taking them men out on the country just for a day trip, and then started unpacking family violence, domestic violence, like step by step what it looked like, the cycle of violence, trying to paint a picture. But in doing that, in unpacking family violence, then that brought up a lot of other issues, a lot of other stuff that men were holding up, bottled up inside them, things like thoughts of suicide, grief, hurt, loss, being misunderstood, all this other stuff, So we thought, okay, well, that's finding it. Soon that was a safe place for men to come and just to be there. That's something that I can identify as a place that they feel comfortable to kind of just put the barriers down and then talk about stuff. So they gave us an opportunity then to say, okay, let's, as we identify the issues that they're bringing forth, to bring the support there to meet them where they're at on country in a safe place, and then kind of discuss that through that. So that's pretty much what we've been doing for the last 3 years in the program. Yeah, it's just relaxing. I mean, you're out of the hustle and bustle of the town, just kind of bring them out from the struggle and the issues that go in town to be in a good environment where they can just relax, and we just let them know they're important. We hear from the men that they love their families, they love their children, that they want to be there. But then talk about, okay, well, when I'm feeling no good, when the pressures are building up, I turn to alcohol, I turn to drugs. And then they talk about from that they're going to lose control after that. So we try to bring them back to that point. Okay, maybe that's not a good choice for you to go to there. So when you're feeling that way, what does that choice look like? Where can you go other than turning to alcohol and drugs? And then we try to, if they can't identify a place to go, then we try to create a place. And hence the men's bush trip. Okay, you can go to this place as a choice. The importance of collaboration is that we understand as well as Hope, at Hope, that we can't do it ourselves. We're silly to think we've got answers for everything. So we need other agencies, we need other people, we need other support, we need other community members, because the issues we face, it is a community issue. So the more of a community we can get involved with that, the better. So we get other agencies come out, they talk about chronic disease, they talk about mental health, they talk about even suicide prevention, they even talk about family violence, domestic violence, working closely with the man who does the man who runs the men's behaviour change program. So he comes out and just tries to build that rapport with our men. Then we'll speak about what family violence, what domestic violence is, trying to paint it as clear as we can to help our men to understand. It's not on. When I was younger myself, being involved with the alcohol and drugs for teenage years to the point of 19 years old, was in rehab addressing, finding support for my own drug and alcohol needs, and realised, okay, well, I don't want my kids to I don't want them to end up in a rehab and then 18, 19 and miss out on those opportunities. So I decided back then that we've got to make a change, we've got to do something. And we came to Kalgoorlie, we came to Esperance in the Goldfields region in 2001, done the program for 2 years, and then just never left the place. Kind of built from there. Met my wife there, kids were all born there. We decided we want to do things different. At GCADS, the Goldfields Community Alcohol Drug Service, we had several requests from the prison, from inmates about wanted culturally appropriate service, counselling, and we told them we can't do individual counselling, so we tried to direct them back to whatever services are in there. But we realised we can do group sessions through education, so we developed the Good Way program. It was previously the Road to Recovery Relapse Prevention program, but we looked at that and we thought, no, we can do better than that. We can make, so we kind of put some stuff together and we developed the Good Way program. It's a 5 sessions. It's 5 sessions are talking about life and addiction, basically where you are, what got you to where you are now, the choices and the consequences of where you are now, as well as what does mental relapse look like, what does physical relapse look like, what does emotional relapse look like, and what are the supports in there. So we run that, 5 session program, and then with that, it's just, we want to meet, again, going back to meeting men where they're at. We meet them in the prison because that's where they're at. Yeah, and we get the conversations there about, we don't want to see you back here, but this is where you are. So once you get out, once we get out, we don't want to see you back in again. Yeah. So what sort of discussions can we have now that you're sober-minded, now that you're thinking straight, you understand the consequences, the choice you made, but also understand that you have choices as well. So we don't want to see you back here. Any way we can help.